AWAS. In Indonesian, AWAS means be careful. For example, AWAS anjing. I often saw that in Jakarta in front of a gate. So today's video is going to look at, is Indonesia, and specifically Bali, is it safe in 2025? In the last 10 days alone, we've seen somebody fall down a volcano in Rinjani, Lombok. Brazilian girl, unfortunately she lost her life. We've seen shots fired and an Australian killed, possibly gangland warfare, and unfortunately a 4-year-old girl fell from a treehouse in a villa in Bali and fractured her skull. Very sad. So is Bali and Indonesia still safe in 2025? That's the question. So here's the thing. In Indonesia, we don't have the regulations a European or an American would think of as normal. For example, boats and ferries are not regulated. A lot of people don't wear helmets. The roads aren't necessarily the smoothest. So regulations, even hiking, oh, I've got a tour guide. How experienced is the tour guide? So these things are important. And I love Indonesia because of its lack of regulations. But this is where the responsibility for your safety is you. It isn't the Indonesian government, it's you. And you have to check things and be responsible for your decisions. A lot more in Indonesia than you might have to be in America or say the UK. Let's first look at the two areas that I would say need, well, everything needs, but especially be aware of, and that is roads and water. On roads, you can do yourself a favour by wearing a bloody helmet, by having insurance. But it's not going to help when somebody pulls out in front of you. Roads can be dangerous. But again, how much more dangerous is it than, say, Phuket or Ibiza? I'd state not so much. Water. Water is probably the biggest killer of all for tourists in Bali. And it isn't just in the sea. Swimming pools, even in villas. If a kid's left alone, hello, you have to be very careful. Nusa Penida has had lots of drownings because people don't listen. They don't look at the board saying, don't swim in this area. Oh, but it looks very calm. So water and roads are two of the areas you must be careful. AWAS. Third area to look at is bites. Now, you may be very unlucky and get a snake bite, but the big two are dogs and monkeys. Most people don't die from bites because, of course, you must, no choice, get a rabies shot. Monkeys are particularly vicious. You don't put your hands near their mouths. Dogs can creep up behind you, especially in a bud. My God. So be aware. Bites. And of course, sometimes you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Last year, there were a lot of tourists in the monkey forest in a bud. Boom! A tree falls. 2 dead. My God, how unlucky. A couple last year were at Jatilui. Floods, take them out. Simple as. And I remember 30 years ago, maybe a little longer, when Krakatoa exploded. 3 expats, 3 Westerners were killed. So, wrong place, wrong time. Finally, before anything else, the one contributing factor to a lot of deaths is alcohol. Yes, you're on holiday, enjoy, but you have to be careful of your intake. At worst, or should I say at best, you're going to have a fight and lose. But at worst, you're going to be swimming out and lose your life to the currents. So please, enjoy, but be careful. So here we are. The bottom line is, compared to Barbados, compared to Ibiza, compared to Phuket, is Bali safe? My answer, of course it is. As always, Baba, don't be a sheep.